I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Deion Jones may be undersized at middle linebacker by traditional standards, but in today's game, he's exactly what you're looking for. His speed allows him to outrun many blocks, get underneath them, and make plays against ball carriers and quarterbacks. Also has the ability to drop into coverage, had a 90-yard interception return for a touchdown in 2016. His speed has been a real key for Atlanta's renaissance on defense.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 89 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
On first down, Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he is knocked down from the side at the 19. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Wentz to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
They go play action here on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They go play action with Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. 23 yards on the play.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a play fake here on first down. And his pass incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And some space here. Freeman a first down and more. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll They'll look to run with Freeman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he's brought down. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on first is Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tech McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, we'll send you to Orlando and Larry Ridley as he'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. But no touchdown. These guys need to give Larry some touchdowns to talk about.
Things are too easy for him right now back in the studio. Come on, guys. Help the man out. Give him something to talk about.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And it goes for a gain of 31.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to him right away because they have the matchup advantage.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 3rd down, Ryan. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that scores now in their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ertz has it left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Wentz now on first down. Left side caught by Matthews. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Wentz now on first down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. 23 yards on the play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Play action. Now Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead.
Partner, you got a pretty good hoops background. You've seen those late-in-the-half plays designed to get them a last shot, give them momentum. I think this touchdown equates to that.
Absolutely, and then they can take the lead here into the lockers. Big-time play.
Yeah, and let's see what they designed coming out for the second half as well. Oftentimes when you get that momentum late, you find a way to carry it through.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The Falcons haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Eagles will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Eagles on 1st and 5. The pass ends up being picked off. Allen's reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive.
Sorry, Larry. Your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The left side completion to Jones. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play. And
a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned at ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it. And now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 3rd down now following the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives them the first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
To throw is Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later, not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And out now come the Eagles. Going to give this time to the tailback. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 3 yards to go here on 2nd down. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs
10 yards still left on second down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Over the middle to Smith. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Being chased out left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Eagles on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Wentz. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
So that drive goes 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the... field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and that'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Ryan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Ryan. And that is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Matthews with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 11 yards for number 11. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw is Ryan. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Now it's Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.